Hi, and welcome back to Storytime 3. I got sued twice. Yes, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Now, it's been a really long day, and I'm just trying to unwind and relax a little bit. And I got me some Totino's queso. Yeah, and I got my water. Yes, it's nice and chilled. And then I got all dressed ruffled potato chips. Now, in Storytime 1 and if you haven't seen Storytime 1 and 2, you probably should stop right here and watch Storytime 1 and 2 and then come on back and watch this one. Because I am definitely going to start off where I left off, and that was where in Storytime 2, Norma had basically came to the shop and she threw herself to the floor, and after me and my daughter demanded her to leave, she left, but she sent the cops to the shop, and they said that she had a broken leg, a broken arm, and a broken thumb. And her arms, it's supposed to be like her wrist, I think, but remember, but it was crazy. And she tried to put a warrant out for my arrest by talking to different people who was a witness to her basically being an irate employee, and just basically was just mad and wanted to get me in trouble because she was upset that I put a stop to her stealing my money from my business. Consequences to putting a stop to her taking my money was her coming up with something to get me in trouble. I'm probably not going to eat all these chips, but I'm just taking them out of the bag. Look at that. They got a good smell to them. I want to say that there's a hint of vinegar there, but I'm not sure. They're good. So, where I left off at in Storytime 2 is when Norma, evil, conniving self, sent child services to my place of business and reported me for neglect and having my children live inside the store with me. And she tried to set me up. And how she tried to set me up was, I'm not gonna have her couch after she kicked me out. So I'm not gonna stay there no more. But I can take her sofa since it turns into a bed and put it in my shop. And me and my kids can stay there until I can find a place to stay to save some money. But what she was planning on doing was having my kids taken from me and stealing my money. Just evil all the way around. I don't know exactly why she was so, like, I feel like that was being hateful towards me. I don't know if there was some jealousy there. I don't know, because I didn't know her long enough for her. But actually, yeah, thinking about it, she was upset that I wouldn't let her be a business partner. And she had introduced me to Wayne. And Wayne started helping me grow my business. And I was looking forward to him potentially becoming some type of partner. And she was horrified and terribly pissed because her best friend tried to become a partner. Then she tried, it didn't work. But when I met Wayne, I definitely was impressed with Wayne. This is good. And after child services, basically went through my whole house and saw that I wasn't lying and that I did not stay in my store with my kids at that particular store at all. And that we actually did have somewhere to live. But Norma didn't know that because I didn't talk to her about it. And not because I didn't trust her, because I just didn't have time. Like, nobody was like my real good friend. Robert just tell them anything. I just didn't have time to talk to nobody. And me not thinking that she was trying to set me up, I had no clue that she would go this far. Like who does that? Who thinks of how to have children taken away from their parent? I don't think like that. So I didn't think no one would try to do something like that to me. And I was so embarrassed at my shop. The way the child services protection showed up with the cops. The way they bam rushed my place of business and talked to me as if I wasn't even the owner. And it was her word before they even really investigated me or anything. But after that situation was over, as far as not losing my kids, that was like a relief. But even though Norma tried to press charges on me and tried to get me in trouble said I beat her up. That didn't pan out. I got subpoena. Hmm? And we're crazy. I was like, this is a freaking joke. Okay. Ooh. I don't know which one is spicy. Whew. It says medium. It might be the quesadilla. Whew. It might be the quesadilla. It might be the queso. It's spicy. Yep, it's my new baby. My daughter bought it for me today. The last water bottle that I introduced y'all to. I put it in the refrigerator. I just got some fresh alkaline water in it. Put it in the refrigerator, and my son said, "Oh, a new bottle." And he took it to the gym with him, and it's been his bottle ever since. Basically, once I got over the embarrassment, yeah, I got subpoenaed. And Norma took it upon herself to sue me. Not sue me for anything as far as related with the business, but sue me because she said I beat her up. Now, I'm going to go over a little bit what happened. She came into the shop, said she was looking for some paperwork after she told me that she was leaving. She was going to Mississippi, and I wouldn't let her take no paperwork out of my shop because I didn't understand why she would have paperwork at my shop, my business. And as little as she was, she tried to push me out her way. My daughter jumped in front of me, and we both was telling her to get out the shop. She pushed me, and I nudged her back. I didn't really push her, I nudged her. And she was just standing there. And I was like, get out now. So we started yelling at her to get out, get out. Next thing we know, her body kind of flew. She threw herself to the floor. Started screaming, somebody help me, somebody help me. And me and my daughter was just looking at each other like, what the freak, what the hell? Once she realized wasn't nobody gonna help her or pay her tell no mind, she got up and walked out the shop and told me she was gonna get me. Called me all kind of names. Yes, she did. And I guess that's when she went to go try to press charges. And it didn't work out. So, the shop was getting busy. and Thanksgiving holiday was coming up. And right after the Thanksgiving holiday, I had to go to court. When we was in court, I actually didn't see Norma. I was like, oh, good. Maybe she didn't show up. Maybe this is over with. Me and my daughter was my witness. I was waiting for our case to be called. And when they called our case, and they called for Norma, they said she was coming. When she walked in the courtroom, she had a cane. Her arm was wrapped up. Her hand was wrapped up. Her leg was wrapped up. And her freaking neck was wrapped up. She like a freaking zombie. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, what is about to go down here? Like, this is freaking crazy. When I saw her go up to the front and they was trying to help her sit down in the seat, all wrapped up, I was staring at her. I was saying to myself, the freaking devil. If that's not the devil himself. My daughter said, Mom, why is she wrapped up like that? I said, Nadine, I don't know. But you know what? Just tell the truth and we'll just see what happens in the end. And it was so funny because I thought that when it was time for us to tell our part, to tell what happened, that me and my daughter would be together. They actually sent me out of the courtroom and they questioned my daughter first. And after they questioned her, they sent her out of the courtroom and then they talked to me. All I could do was tell the truth. I told the judge, I said, this is actually almost funny to me. This is funny because this woman got up and walked out of my shop, cursed me out, called me all kinds of names, and then immediately tried to press charges on me. And after the police talked to everyone in the shop, not go to jail. And I definitely did not touch that woman. And what got her in trouble was the fact that she didn't have x-rays or hospital bills that showed that she had a broken leg, broken neck, arm, and wrist. She proclaimed that she couldn't afford to the doctor. So, she went to a free clinic and they basically bandaged her up. When I was sitting there, I was so baffled. I was trying my best. I was scared at the same time, but at the very same time, I wanted to burst out. I couldn't believe this woman. Like, I thought people did that on TV. Like, that's a joke. Like, You sue somebody and you batted yourself up. I thought that I did not know that stuff was real. It's real. The woman was bandaged up from neck to the bottom of her toes like a freaking zombie. At the end of the court, I was found not guilty. Oh my God. Who was happy? I was happy as freak. Like, Norma was freaking crazy. She was worse than her friend. But you know what they say? Birds are the same for the feather flock together. Feather flock together. I don't know, something like that. But I should have known that there was something gonna happen with Norma. I should have known. Well, after that incident, and I was done with Norma. Oh my God, let me tell you what she did. What she did. She contacted Wayne's wife. I don't know what the freak that woman told Wayne's wife. I was up at the shop and I was by myself. And I was preparing to go home. Just me and my children, with nobody else in the shop, no drivers, no Wayne, nobody else. And I never saw Wayne's wife before. And he never introduced me, and she never been to the shop. She never came to the house. I never seen her. When she came up, was knocking at the door, I was like, well, I'm closed. And she kept on knocking real hard. I said, I'm closed. What the freak is wrong with this lady? I'm closed. I goes up to the door and I say, I'm closed. She said, where's Wayne? Where's Wayne? And she was from Dominican Republic. And she had an accent. I cannot describe her. Hispanic looking. Her personality turned out to be very feisty. Okay. She was screaming through the door, where's Wayne? Tell Wayne to come here right now. I want to talk to him. I said, nobody's here. It's just me. So, she still was kind of screaming through the door. So I said, okay, let me open up this door. Let me let this woman in. I let her into the shop. And she went storming towards the back. I'm looking at her. I said, Wayne is not here. She says, well, where is he? I know you know where he's at. I said, well, actually, I really don't, because everybody's gone. Everybody's off work, and I'm on my way home. Norma called me, and she told me about you. Okay. That's all I could say was okay. I'm his wife, and he ain't becoming no partner unless I say he could become a partner. And I said, okay. That's between you and him. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I told her. And she seemed to, the more I agreed with her, the more upset she was getting. I didn't know what this woman wanted from me. I was tired. I was ready to go home. I was saying to myself, that Norma is a trip. She was just determined to ruin my life. And then the crazy part is, I didn't even want to talk to Wayne's wife about what Norma told her, because I just didn't have time for that. I didn't care. But when I saw Wayne, you don't go straight home. So, So, okay. So, this ain't your first trip around the block. No. I'll go see my mom, because she's older. As a family, said, no, I don't like going straight home. I said, okay. Did you talk to your wife? He was like, I talked to my wife. I said, yeah, your wife came by last night. He said she came by here, came all the way here. Because Wayne lived pretty far from the shop. He said, what she want? I said, she wanted you. And then she told me that you couldn't become my partner unless she said you could. He started laughing. He thought it was so funny. He was cracking up. He had tears coming out his eyes. He told me, yeah, I'll talk to my wife. You ain't gotta worry about her. He said, no, I'm crazy. That woman ain't no good. We kept on working. Like a couple of months soon went past. Wayne's wife would call the shop, and she would try to keep me on the phone. And then one day I had to tell her, I said, look, I don't want to disrespect you, but I'm about to hang up. I'm really busy. When Wayne get back in, I will tell him to call you. But I don't know why you just can't call him on himself. That's exactly what I said. Like, why you have to call the shop looking for him? He's not here. Like, he's in and out of this shop like all day long. And then she called me one day and told me she want to work in the shop. I was like, no, I don't think so. And she said, well, why can't I work with my husband? I said, because your husband works in the shop. He do things in the shop, but he's mostly work outside of the shop. You don't like me, and you're definitely not going to make me uncomfortable in my shop. So she told me she'll see about that. Wayne came to me, told me his wife told him she wanted to work in the shop. He said they got into a fight that night. He said she just want to work in the shop because she acting jealous because of what Norma told her. He said you do not want to be embarrassed. No, you cannot work in the shop. And Wayne had told me that he wasn't going to be around for a few days. And that he was going to go visit his daughter. He had a grandbaby coming. And I told him, it's fine, I can hold it down. Me and the young man, we did good. We could hold down the store. So I knew Wayne would be gone for a little while. The wife came up to the shop. She said she was looking for Wayne. And me and the young man was there. And we both were telling her Wayne said he was going out of town. She said, going out of town where? We said, we don't know. He said he was visiting family, his daughter. And she was like, you lying. I'm fuming. You gonna mess up my film? So you wanna come home late?
I'm working.
Well, can you at least give me 10 minutes? Okay, can you be quiet for 10 minutes? So I'm at home one night and she comes by the house. And it was late. It was like 10 o'clock at night. And I answered the door and I thought something happened. And she said she's looking for Wayne. So, okay, but Wayne's not here. And she says, well, he ain't come home. I said, okay. I said, but you know what? I deal with Wayne all day long at the business. I don't know what he do when he leaves the business, you know? And she was just determined. So I let her in. I let her walk through my whole house. I said, Wayne is not here, okay? I was so happy that she finally walked through the house to see that Wayne was not in my house. I looked outside the window. She was in her car. This woman stayed in her car till almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, oh my God, okay, this lady is freaking nuts. Then we hear the doorbell ring. We get to the door, blue lights going off, the police out there. Okay, I am going to leave the story right here. So yes, I'm gonna leave the story. Come back for part 4. Where the drama gets so intense. Wayne going out of town. Caused me to have one of my worst life experiences. And I would have never met Wayne and his wife if it wasn't for Norma. You would think that after what I've been through with Norma and the lady that I rented the room from, that I probably wouldn't go no further with Wayne. But I was so optimistic. I didn't realize I was going in circles. And that I continue meeting the same type of people. And I can tell you, going into story time 4, Norma, Wayne, wife with friends, and I met Wayne through Norma. Wayne was at her house the night I met him. That means that he was okay with Norma. They were associates. And Wayne wasn't like Norma and the other lady. He didn't introduce me to people that he was associated with and that he knew or his family. My son started helping me eat my chips. And I'm down to the last of like crumbs. Oh God, so freaking good. Kind of spicy. Got my nose running. So Wayne is the last connection in this transitional period. And you will find out how our relationship progressed and how far we went as partners. And the freaking drama. When I opened that door and all them cops was outside my house. It says #1 flavor in Canada. So I guess that's all dressed mean. Find out on the back. I bet you're wondering what's all dressed mean. After all, in America, wearing all your clothes. But in Canada, all dress actually mean delicious, veggie chips. Somehow taste salty, savory, and sweet all at the same time. Salty, savory, and sweet. Got one burnt chip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next story time. Prepare yourself for the crazy drama, please.